That is a rolling boil.
Nah.
I brought 100 liters with me. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we ain't gonna need it. Morning, Mason.
Are they all full?
Not full. There's a couple down here that were like full.
I already looked in the barrels. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Holy man.
This was from the other day. This needs to get propped up. I didn't put any more in these because this is going to tip over. I'm just doing the end two there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing this with the frost. It was not the best, right?
All right. Well, I got the other tray. I just got to take everything out of the truck first because it's at the very back.
Yep. So, a big pot that's in the cabin.
Oh, I have one.
And just to put it here so that at least it can.
Yeah, I already have them.
Then some of that sap can warm up on you.
Yeah, that's what you do so it can fill your boil. So I took mine and I took yours from inside, the one that's already burnt.
Yeah.
And then we can just put one on each side. Fill them up.
Yeah.
My buckets are going to be overflowing at home today.
Like that. Well, I imagine these will run pretty good today.
Oh yeah.
Well, out of 75 buckets, there's 2 that I couldn't find.
There's 2 buckets that you can't find?
No, I got the buckets, but I couldn't find the frickin' taps.
Oh my god. So there's 2 trees that have open taps in them right now?
We're gonna find them.
That's funny. From where? Which way?
I don't know. There's one down on the road somewhere, and there's one back here.
I think it's closer to the road because I was coming in and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was a bucket on that tree before, and now there's not.
It's very possible.
I'll go look after. I have another big pot at the cabin.
Wow.
It's like
You need some more fire at the front.
yeah, I know. I pulled it forward and threw some on. It's going to take a minute to get through.
Oh, here.
Whoa, it's a good fire.
That's what I put in there.
It'll go.
I was wondering what you were using, but I figured you were using nothing because you only had one pan going.
Right, and I just took the metal off, right?
Yeah, I brought this on here.
Okay, right on.
I had 2 of them, but the other one's frozen in the ground at home. It's supposed to be a really nice day for boiling.
Yeah. And once that fire gets to the front here, it's gonna be great. How you doing, Mason?
Good.
I need to take home that aluminum so I can do the outside of the goat hut if you're not using it for anything.
Yeah, you can make whatever. Thanks, buddy.
Great.
Fine job. Where did you put that piece of the metal that was on there?
Oh, I put them right here because I didn't want them to melt to anything. Right there. Those?
Yeah.
Perfect. Look at that. That is good.
You didn't
Well,
put
it
your
was
finger
boiling
in
like that pretty near the whole time.
Yeah, it's good.
You didn't put your finger in the other one though?
That, I'm not taking my finger in that. I'll burn myself. Oh, we need the skewers. Back pan could use like a whole nother bucket, but it's gonna kill your boil if you put cold sap in it. Cause it's like hot. Hot. This one is not very full.
Pounds.
80 gallons today, and you had 70 gallons already?
Yeah, 70 to 75.
And I brought 20 gallons. It's a lot of sap.
Lot of sap.
No, I don't want you to go in here. This is way too hot. Don't go in there. I don't want you to get burnt. It's too hard to see on that side too, so.
And this is a little damp. So leave that on top so it'll dry a bit. Okay, and you need some dry sticks. Let's go find some sticks. Go on, Bailey. Just a little, right? So it stays.
Okay.
Okay, and then put it down here. Yep. With these thin little maple sticks on it. Right, they're nice and dry.
Yeah.
Okay, you can light the paper.
Okay.
Always light on the bottom. Because fire goes up, right? So you want to light at the bottom.
Like right here?
Yeah.
How's your fire bee?
Getting in my eyes.
What are you cooking on it?
Nothing.
You're just making a fire?
Yeah.
You got some flames now, buddy. All right.
I think that we definitely can boil through all that sap today and tomorrow.
Well,
For sure. Like, it's only noon right now.
yeah.
You know, what were you
Sawdust.
doing?
I cut making sawdust for the chicken heads.
Oh my god.
So I was
You were hand cutting sawdust for your chickens?
with the chainsaw.
Oh my god.
It's good.
How do you have time to make your own sawdust?
I don't.
Between cutting fruit salad for them, how do you have time to cut sawdust for them?
Well, kind of cool looking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like together.
Yeah, look.
Okay,
look in
yeah,
here.
Right,
And we're good.
Yep.
Mason, there's no such thing as a fire that Opal won't try and tend to. Your grilled cheese is done? Nice. All right, take it off. Do you got a plate?
No.
Oh, well, just eat it with your hands.
Okay, so you go around there and move all the leaves around away.
Taste
like
it.
that. And these, you can break them all up after you're done.
Let's see the inside.
Always try to be safe.
You want to know what ends up?
Me?
Yeah. Just put it underneath and turn the tap on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in there. Like,
No, not in here.
Yeah.
Just fill it up under the tap.
That'd probably be enough now to use the pot
Put it on that side?
to set it, yeah, right here.
Great. Oh, yeah, okay. And then, yeah, because the one on this side that I had on the bottom was like getting warm, not hot, but it was definitely warm. That side is not. This is gonna need gloves. We are off to a great start. The fire is so hot in here. Each of these trays holds 80 liters, so we've got 160 liters going on at a time. And we've already added, I think, 60 or 80 liters back into the tray, so we're doing really great. And it's only noon on the first day, so I think we're going to be able to get through all the sap we have, hopefully. But either way, we're still going to be back next week and boiling because the weather this week is supposed to be great for sap. Tomorrow's supposed to be rainy and kind of cold, so we're really soaking up being out in the sun today. And Mason wants to check his trail cam, so we'll probably go do that shortly too. Otherwise, we're just hanging out. Well, it's not all going to fit in there, Mason. Just put it over here.
Pretty good. All right. Once this gets going, maybe I can crank it.
how are we getting back? Wait, I'm coming on.
Okay, be careful, please.
100.
Mason, did you just ask how many grilled cheese you could cook on that fire?
Gonna be a lot, buddy. More than you and I'll eat for a while.
Enough for like a couple days. More like weeks.
Why are you measuring things in grilled cheese? We are on a roll back here. This fire is going so well. We just burnt these 2 pans almost down to the bottom, so we're just filling them back up again. I'm not ready to start finishing a batch yet. I want to keep adding to it. The sap is still really light, and I want it to get a little bit darker, so we're going to continue to boil it a little bit longer. The taps are running like crazy. I can hear the drips in the bucket as soon as you walk past the cabin. So the sap is running really well today. We're going to end up probably with a whole bunch more by the end of the day, which will give us lots to boil tomorrow, but we're off to a really good start. Where'd you get that jacket? It looks brand new.
Bought it quite a while ago to replace the one I lost somewhere.
But have you ever worn it? Because it looks like it's
Couple
still
times.
it's still stiff.
Too hot.
It's too hot. It's March. It's been all winter. You could have worn that.
It was too hot in the winter.
Oh my god. I think that we should boil these 2 pans down because this has probably been like 50 gallons between these 2 at least.
Oh yeah.
We should probably boil them down and then take these ones off to finish and then fill these back up and start again.
Sure, what time is it?
It's 2:45. We got lots of time still.
Yeah.
You said 45.
I think we should try and use this back barrel though because it's quite icy and it's supposed to be really cold tonight. That's going to be a brick tomorrow. Whereas these ones are completely liquid.
It's too bad. We should have had that set up in here with the barrels.
I know, I thought about that after because if we had had the barrels in here, at least when this was going, it would have kept them thawed because that back barrel is like a snow cone. And no, we're not trying to move that. I just saw in your eye for 1 second that you're like, how can we get them in here? We can mull it over some apple crisp.
What happened to right now?
It's ready in 8 minutes.
What?
Honestly, it might be ready now. Look at the steam on that.
That's
Take it out.
cool.
It smells good.
Does it?
Yeah.
You can smell it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can smell the sap.
Yeah, I can definitely smell this. How is it? Hot.
Good and hot. Yeah. Really hot.
Hot. I got this cool pot before we came up here. It's called Rock Pot. And it is a fuel-less crock pot. So all you do is you take the little stone it comes with, you put it in the fire for 30 minutes, and then you put the stone back in the crock pot and close the lid, and it cooks your food. I thought it would be a fun thing to try out for today, so we made apple crisp. This is almost better than the apple crisp we make at home.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Not almost. It's way better.
Is it? There you go. It's way better.
Way more hot.
That thing is impressive.
I know.
You can make pretty near anything in it.
You can make anything in here. Wait, maybe Opal wanted some more.
No, these guys eat it.
You can cook bread in it. You can cook. I was gonna make a Mexican dip in it, but I thought this would be better.
Mexican
good.
dip. Why
You
can't you
make
do that?
like overnight oats in it.
That's a lot of overnight oats. Yeah.
Breakfast scrambles. Does a lot of stuff.
Sounds agreeable.
No propane, no fuel, just a hot rock.
Come on. Want the rest of this?
So good. That's it. That's the rock. Put it in the fire for 30 minutes. So we just threw it in the fire that we have going for the sap, and then you just put it in the pot. Close the lid, and 45 minutes later we had
Apple crisp.
apple crisp. So we boiled both these pans down pretty far, probably about until they were about a third of the way full. We transferred them all into one pan so that we have one finishing pan at the back. And now we are starting a brand new pan at the front. So this is full of 80 cold liters of sap. This is boiling down to syrup. This will probably need about another maybe hour or so, or probably less than an hour because this fire is so hot. And then we'll drain that off the pan and put it in finishing pots and finish it on the stove that we have set up in here. And then we'll start another full pan of 80 cold liters of sap and get going again. Hopefully we can boil another 50 gallons tonight before we go to bed because that's going to put us in a good place for tomorrow. It smells really mapley in here. It smells good. What do you got going on over here?
Like a fire.
Right there behind you, those cedar logs, I put those there to bring home. You can make kindling out of them. It's not time for s'mores. We haven't had supper yet.
We barely have sticks left.
That's all right.
These burgers are good.
They're very good.
I didn't realize how close it was. Like, those are really small bubbles.
So you want me to tip it?
Or you can put the hose on. Where is it?
Right here on the ladder.
Oh. You want?
Outside there somewhere.
Oh.
Not that one.
Is it open?
Yep.
It's not coming out at all?
Nope.
What?
Well, it's just starting a little bit. It's plugged.
It's plugged?
Oh yeah.
Holy frig. Well, this is a catastrophe now because this is going to be syrup in like a half a second.
Are you going to be able to hold that weight?
Let me just get under the floor. Yeah, there. Good?
Yep.
I'm in the fire. You have a light and I can shine it through here? I'll light my hair
Yeah,
up.
there's something. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's some bark in there. Can you see it? Well, there's still
I can see.
hot. Yeah, there's a little piece of it there. Okay. All right. Okay, well that was too much. Here's your phone back. I got half my hamburger sitting on this chair. Fire.
Good here.
Okay. All right. Well, unexpected events, but oh. We should have 2 setups in there, 4 pans. Boil real fast. Okay, so that was a little bit stressful. That got clogged with bark, and when I went to tip it up to pour it out, none of the sap was coming out, and this pan boiled down a little farther than it should have, and we were really, really close to syrup. If that had stayed on this fire with the heat coming off of this, it would have burned. So that's where the little bit of panic came from in my voice, because I was like, we're gonna lose this whole tray of syrup. Anyways, we were able to get it off and get it over into the pot. So normally you would do a pre-filter. You would filter from this through a thin filter into a pot, and then you put the pot on the stove to finish it. And then you filter it again once it's actually at the syrup state through a really thick filter to get the sugar sand and everything else out. But because this went a little bit sideways when we tried to tip it up, it did not go through the pre-filter, which means when I strain that through the thick filter in the end, it's gonna likely clog it up way faster. So I'll probably have to use 2 or 3 to strain that syrup. But that's okay because I brought a whole bunch, and I'd rather strain that syrup and use a bunch of thick cloths than have spilt that whole thing, lost it, or burned someone. So it is what it is. We are making mistakes every year. It happens. We're back up to 2 full pans boiling, and it is only 6:30, so we still got lots of time. It is a lot warmer with that shut.
Yeah.
It already feels no breeze.
Yeah.
It's nice. Look how cozy it is. Keeping the door shut is great. It's nice and warm in here. However, we are all damp, and it's been about 2.5 minutes. So we need a little bit of circulation in here because our clothes are getting wet. Is it full? Someone can make me a s'more.
I scored. I was perfectly golden and brown, fell right off my stick.
Well, pick it up and eat it. Don't waste it. Oh, we're dripping condensation from the roof. We are on day 2 now, and my dad's just out collecting all the sap off the trees from yesterday. So far we've gotten, I think, around 50 gallons, and he's just doing the east side of the property right now. I can hear him coming back. So we'll see how much he gets with that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to boil everything down today, and we might be able to wrap this up by tonight, but we will see. It's snowing and cold right now. We are just making breakfast, and we've got our first 2 trays of sap on. We are ready for the day.
Yeah, paper thin. That's beautiful in it.
So this is the pot we put on last night to finish after we drained the 2 pans. It's just about done. It's almost ready to strain and put in bottles, and this will be the first batch of syrup. We have every bit of sap boiling right now. We have 1 5-gallon pail left, and that's it. And then we are completely done, including everything that's on the trees. So we'll boil those down, we'll finish that, and then we're gonna be wrapping up boil number 1 today. This is just about ready, and we're gonna bottle that up and take it inside. Mason, what are you gonna do with all this kindling? Sell it in little bundles? Nice. Yeah, shut it off, and then you just have to pour it. It's not, because this filter's such a tight weave, you can't just like pour it, because it's not going to come out at the same speed. So you have to do like, fill it up, or do like a slow trickle into it. Like this. So the first like couple times you pour into it, it's going to come out fast like that, and then it clogs up with all the sugar sand. So we'll have to change out the filter.
Let me do it again.
Probably just on the stove, and then I'll bottle it over there. Great, 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 great.
Sticky.
Very sticky.
And I didn't put a pot of water on the stove today.
Did you use the whole kettle?
Yes, I did.
So we ended up with just about 8 liters of finished syrup, and we are gonna have at least that much more coming off of the pans we have boiling outside. I just dumped the last pail of sap into the tray outside, so what we have left in the tray is all we have left. And the fire is so hot right now, I anticipated only taking about 2 hours to get down low enough to put in a pot and finish it. Looks like we might actually be going home today because we're way ahead of where I thought we were gonna be. I'm gonna bottle this up now, and then I'm gonna head back out and finish up the rest of the sap. It's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be. In the pan out there, I guess maybe because the light inside the Sugar Chalet isn't that bright, it looked a lot darker than it is. It's still pretty dark, but it's definitely lighter than what I was expecting it to be. It's around the same color as at home. At home's a bit lighter, but this is pretty close to the same color. Look at that.
Nice.
It's pretty good, eh?
Oh yeah.
Smells good.
The big tree with the swing in it is about 1 inch of sap in each bucket.
Already? Oh my gosh. Didn't you empty those this morning?
Yep.
Can you see me?
No, not even a bit.
I can see you from your elbows down.
I can't see the stove, and I see that chair.
I don't even know where you're pointing. I want to see what it looks like from out there.
Oh, that's like, you can't see.
Oh my god, you really can't see anything.
You can't see nothing.
Very efficient fire. No wonder we're burning way ahead of schedule. Have you looked at it coming out to the hut? Like, look at this. It looks like it's on fire.
Yeah. That's all right.
Do you still want to take it all apart and put logs up?
Nope. Not a chance.
I figured.
Not a chance is that happening.
Are you sending that to Mom? You get your grilled cheese on there. It's ready.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so steamy in here.
perfect.
I cannot believe the amount of steam in here. This is actually crazy. That is outside and you can barely see anything. I cannot see the kids. I can't see my dad. I can't see anything. I don't know why there's so much steam in here. Well, I do know why there's so much steam in here. The fire is so hot. It's evaporating so well that it's just filling up with steam in here. We were discussing putting some kind of vent, a bigger vent. We have the chimney right now, but there's a gap between all the poles on the roof, between the top of the aluminum and the actual roof itself. So steam is definitely coming out, but I think we need a bigger vent in here because this is craziness.
Tell me when you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, we're losing a brick into the fire. Holy frig. We lost a brick just broke in half from the heat. You want me to tip it?
Well, that's good. If you put that piece of steel across from one side to the other, it's going to keep a lot of heat off of this whole thing. The brick.
That's what I said. It got hot and broke and fell in the fire. So I can't. I gotta put it back.
We got another full brick. Whatever. You do whatever, I guess.
I'll need some more though. There's not enough.
But you know what? You're going to pour this into the other one, so I'll just
Are you just gonna shut it?
shut the tap for a second, pour that in. So do you want to just pour it at that?
Yeah, I can pour it now.
Pretty good.
I think that's good. Holy, that is hot. All right, ready? Are you open?
I'm good. No, it's not open yet. You all right? Lift a bit, lift a bit. Let's take it this way a hair more. One sec. A little more, Holly. Okay.
Are you opening it?
Okay. Yeah, even like that's good enough to keep most of the heat off.
We definitely let that go way too long.
I did not. I think it was like done to perfection.
Yeah, but we pulled it off and it was syrup. That's way too dangerous to have that kind of syrup on that kind of heat. Danger. That is just like lucky that it didn't boil over and turn to candy. That pot's way easier to pour, eh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The other pot spills, so you have to pour.
Wow,
Fast.
that's so big too.
Professional stack setup, straining setup
Perfect.
with the chairs and the bricks.
Yeah, works perfect. My last shin is burning.
I bet it is. It's in the fire. And we'll let that, once you empty that pot, we'll let that one drain out and then I'll put a clean one in for the next pot.
Oh, caramba, that was warm.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh.
A lot of sugar sand in the syrup this year.
Well, that's it. That escalated really quickly. We took everything off the pan to put it in the finishing pots. And I know we let it boil down a lot lower than we normally would, but my dad was adamant that we'll just keep it on, we'll just keep it on. And I was like, okay. And then we left it on. I'm like, I think we need to take it off now. So we took it off, we put it in the finishing pots, turned the stove on to finish it. I kid you not, the propane was on for about 26 seconds and it was already at the syrup stage. So we basically used no propane this time around to boil, which was great, but leaving it in the pan that long, too dicey, will not do again. It did work out for us this time, but I'm not chancing that again. If that had stayed in the pan on the fire for even 2 minutes longer, we would have lost the whole tray. But it worked out in the end, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. We finished this boil with 21 liters of syrup. I'm so excited about that. My dad took a few home, I'm taking a few home, and we are coming back on Friday to do boil number 2. It's looking like we're gonna get 3 boils in. My dad collected the sap this morning and we got 55 gallons, but looking at the buckets again before we're leaving just now, we've got another 50 gallons in the buckets, but we decided we'll leave it in the buckets. I'm gonna come back in a couple days, dump all the buckets, and then we'll be back up on Friday to do boil number 2. Syrup is still not available yet on the website. I need to get through the next 2 boils before we make it available so I know for sure how much we have. That's pretty much it for this video though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram @_livingdifferent, where you can stay up to date on what I'm doing all the time. I posted this whole adventure on there in little pieces, and of course I post different content on there every single day, so make sure you check that out. Also, don't forget to check out the website, www.living-different.com, where you can have a browse through all the products I have to offer on there. I will let you know when syrup is available, and along with syrup, I'm gonna have a maple syrup soap and a maple syrup bath salt, so you can get all 3 in a little bundle. That's it for this video, and we will catch you on the next one. We'll see you Friday. Bye.